Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, further proof of the American Communist 10, and I want it put up there again, just to remind you who it is, if this is the first time you're watching it. Joe Biden's team actually had these private meetings with the media to try to collaborate better news coverage of his economic, doings. Incredible. No more independent press in this country. Does not exist anymore. And our country's worse because of it. 37% of Democrats, only 37% of Democrats want Joe Biden to run for re-election. Now, let's break that down a little bit and digest what that means. That means that 63% of the Democrats, 1 year into his administration, not even a year, have decided this guy is a bozo. Democrats. Joe Biden had a phone call with Putin, and you can't make this up. Rather than say, we're going to do X, Y, and Z now, he says, if you invade, we'll do A, B, and C. Unbelievable. Does anybody in the world thinks that Putin is afraid of anything Joe Biden would do? Nobody. Saule Omarova is the banking regulator that full-blown communist. She withdrew her name. Thank God. Court Packing Commission has released their report to Joe Biden without a recommendation as to packing the court. I guess even this commission was like, it is probably not a very good idea. Oh, my goodness. It is truly amazing, the things that are going on in this country. Debt ceiling games. They passed a bill, McConnell and company, works with Democrats to pass a bill to allow the Dems on their own to increase the debt ceiling. The word hate, by the way, remember I did a show once about hate is overrated, that it is a good thing. Sorry for all you super Christians out there. I believe in love, but hate is underrated for a motivator, and in my opinion is justified. If somebody harmed one of my angels, I'm sorry, I am going to hate them. But the bottom line is the word that I prefer to using as hate, it's just better, is loathe. I use it a lot. I loathe Mitch McConnell and the Republican Party that he represents. I loathe him. Steve Bannon trial is set for July of 2022. That'll be a three-ring circus. You know, folks, Steve Bannon's going to get to defend himself in the public opinion and in that courtroom, and I'm sure he's excited as hell to do so. Yellen basically is acknowledged that our Treasury Secretary has acknowledged that there's a real problem with the supply chain that can only be solved by American companies. Oh, wait. America first? Make America great again? Oh! Do you see when Trump runs in 2024 how he gets to say, told you, I was right, and all the voters get to say, that guy was right? Yep, he was right. It isn't like somebody running for office and saying, this is what I'm going to do. We already know what he did. It's going to be amazing. He doesn't get to say, this is what I'll do. We as the voters get to say, we know what this guy did. And it was working. I mean, it's unbelievable. Kimmel, Colbert, and Fallon all crashing in the young watcher demographic that they need so bad. Young people waking up to these clowns. Elon Musk, I got 3 Elon Musk things. One, he comes out and says government is the biggest corporation. No kidding. 2, and you know what? I have to admit, unlike everybody else on China, I at least like his honesty a little bit. There was a story in the Wall Street Journal in the past week where Elon Musk talk about China. He makes some Tesla cars in China. And he talks about what they're doing that's better, so to speak. And it's almost like, to me, when I read this, I'm like, well, he's being honest about China. But it should be a wake-up call to us in this country on some issues. Last but not least, Elon Musk says, we need more kids. Civilization will die if we don't have more children. And by the way, that is correct. That is correct. All great civilizations have a healthy birth rate. It's important. Last but not least, Jussie Smollett trial. The testimony's wrapped up, and they're going to give closing statements. Jussie Smollett, his changed version of what happened, is the biggest bunch of ugh. Jussie Smollett wants that jury to ignore all the evidence and basically feel sorry for him because he's a black man. In light of what he did, he deserves absolutely no sympathy. What he did was add to racial strife, anti-white hatred in this country. He caused a lot of racial. He deserves to be convicted. And he's wanting sympathy. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. May he be convicted.